Okay. So today, let's start the next biggest service, which is that EC2. Okay, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen and can you hear me well? Make your internet stable, Mishra. Okay. EC2. So do you remember, guys? I want this EC2 is a very important and big topic. So we will be going very deep. And also, you will not even feel that we are going deep, but I'm just saying that we'll be going deep. And I want all you guys to be concentrate these classes. And without EC2, you cannot call it as AWS engineers. EC2 is must. And yes, it's a backbone of AWS. And if you want to deploy applications, etc., and want to set up the architecture, we'll be using EC2 mainly. So I want you guys to concentrate as you normally do. Okay, we all know, we already knew a little bit on EC2. What is the full form of EC2? Elastic Compute Cloud, EC2. Elastic Compute Cloud. As I said before, this EC2 is a certification question. So they will confuse you saying that Elastic Compute Cloud or Elastic Cloud Compute, Cloud Computing on all these things. Please make sure that, so the correct one is Elastic Compute Cloud. So can we say that EC2, everything in AWS is a web service? IAM is a web service, EC2 is a web service, RDS is a web service, everything whatever AWS is providing is a web service. And can I say this EC2 is also a web service? So EC2 is a web service that provides resizable compute services in AWS. Resizable. I'll first write and I'll try to explain. So EC2 is a web service from AWS that provides resizable compute. Oops, what was that? Okay, what was it? EC2 is a web service from AWS that provides resizable compute services from servers in the cloud. So this is a very simple definition of EC2. This very simple definition of EC2. EC2 is a web service that EC2 is a web service from AWS that provides resizable compute services in the cloud. So here the question is, what is resizable? Yes, resizable meaning, okay, now can you launch how many EC2 instances that you want? Yes, you can launch. Can you increase the number of instances? Can you decrease the number of instances? Can you increase the capacity of the instances? Can you decrease the capacity of instances? So that is called resizable. Resizable meaning anytime, anyhow, you can go and do it. So here resizable meaning, I'll write here, resizable is equal to, can I say scale out and scale in? You can do it. And scale up and scale down. Can you do it? What is scale up and scale down called? Huh? Okay, what is scale out and scale in? Auto scaling or elasticity. And what is scale up and scale down? Excellent, scalability. So can you achieve easily scalability and elasticity in AWS in EC2? Super. IAM is global or regional? Global. EC2? Excellent. EC2 is regional. So do you know what is the regional meaning? Yes. So if you go and launch an EC2 instance in, let's say, Mumbai region, can you see the same EC2 in Ireland region? No. I'm here in Amirpet, right? Can you see me parallelly somewhere else? No, I am here at the Amirpet region, correct? So anyone can see only me here. Same thing here. When you go and launch one EC2 in Mumbai region, can the same EC2 can be available in multiple regions at the same time? No, it will be in region specific. So EC2 is regional. And what are servers called here? Wow, what are server calls? Instances. Very good. Servers called instances. So in EC2, what we can do, can we go and launch the EC2 instance, City? We can go and launch EC2 instance, and EC2 instance will be in running state. EC2 instance will be in stop state. EC2 instance, you can start it, you can reboot it, you can terminate it, correct? What's the meaning of terminate? Delete completely. Launch meaning we go and launching the new machine. Running meaning EC2 is running. Stop meaning EC2 is stop state. Start meaning starting. Reboot meaning rebooting. It's normal. So now let's see how does this build. Okay, for example, I give an example that I always give for everyone. You know Pani Puri guy? Huh? Pani Puri. Okay. Golgappa. So if I ask you a question, how many different types of customers a Pani Puri guy will have? Huh? So many, no? I'm not asking about number of people. I'm asking about different types of customers. Okay, let's say I give an example. There will be one person. What he'll do is, today I have a mood to eat Pani Puri. What I'll do, I'll go, I'll take my money, I'll go, I'll eat, I'll pay, and I'll come. Simple. Like most of the people does. Today I want to eat Pani Puri. I go to that person. Who is that? Bhaiya. That guy always die all the time with this name. Bhaiya. Right? Bhaiya. So please give me one plate and then thoda pyaz dalo, extra pyaz. Right? So you go and you ask how much the plate is. He say, example, 20 rupees. You eat and then you pay 20 rupees and you leave. Simple. There is one more type of customers. There is one more type of customer. What he'll do is, you might have seen him or her. Him mostly, not her. That person will stay there only, near that butta. What's that called? That shop. He'll come, Babu, come, I'll give you. He'll say, no, please complete. Please finish it, everyone. He will be standing next to him only. He don't eat until everyone leaves. Did you saw this kind of people? After everyone left that place, he'll go and start and make a deal with him. Bhaiya, I'll come to you every day. See, there is also one more shop there. I don't go to that Bhaiya. I'll come to you only. I'll eat here only. Why is dealing all these things? For the discount, correct? So for the discount only, he is trying to deal with it. So this customer will say that he will promise that I'll come here only, I'll eat here only every day, I'll come. How does the Pani Puri guy will believe him? Maybe today he'll give for 10 rupees. Tomorrow, if you don't come, then he lost his 10 more extra rupees, right? What is that? Advance. What is that? Advance. So this Pani Puri guy, what he'll do is, he'll take some advance from that person. All right. If he take that advance, that customer will come daily to him only, no? Will he go to anywhere else? No. And this Pani Puri guy will also be very confident that I took an advance, he'll come to me only. So it is a win-win situation, correct? So here also in AWS, just imagine the Pani Puri guy itself has these many different types of customers. Just imagine AWS has how many different types of customers? Multiple, right? So based on that, one customer will come and say that AWS, I want to launch EC2 instance. AWS will say, go and launch. So you all know that AWS will charge the EC2 per hour basis. How many? Per hour. What is that? Per hour. Hour meaning hour. In our language called hour. So AWS will charge every hour. AWS will charge every hour. Let's say you have used the EC2 instance for 5 hours. How many hours he will charge? 5 hours. Does he charge for complete all so many hours? No. It is same like electricity in our house. In our electricity also, if you put the fan, if you put AC, the bill will start running only at the time of when it is running. If it is stopped, will the bill will come? No. Simple. Same here also, the same thing. It is like pay as you go model. What is that? Pay as you go. Pay as you go meaning how many hours, how much time that you have used, you need to pay for those much time only. Like electricity. Okay. So now, yes. If it is in stop state, do you need to pay the bill? No bill. Correct. And if you terminate, no bill. If you reboot, launch, and you need to pay the bill. For running, obviously it will be bill. Correct? Okay. So here, I'll just give you the price is what? Price is pay as you go purpose, right? Price is pay as you go model. What is that? Pay as you go model. So how much time that you have used, you need to pay for that all. So AWS will charge every hour. Pay every hour. Okay. Now question for you. We all have little bit, we are little bit scared, no? Whether we'll get bill or not. Because our heart is attached to the account. That means our credit card or debit card is attached to the account. For that reason, you always get scared. But don't worry. AWS will be giving you 750 hours per month free. How many? 750 hours per month. It is free. Do you need to worry about now? How many hours it is? 750 hours. Free per month. It is not per year, it's per month. And also very important thing here. Let's say you went and launched three EC2 instance you have launched and you have used for 3 hours. How many years in total you need to pay? Now you have launched 3 EC2 instance. Okay. You have launched 3 EC2 instance and you have used all these 3 EC2 instance for 3 hours. Total, how many hours that you will get? That is only for one machine. For 3? Yes or no? Yes or no? 9 hours only, no? Okay, example, I'll take. I have never been, you get a bike for rent, no? Yes or no? Let's say you will get the bike for rent. Per hour, it is 100 rupees. You took 3 bikes and you used 3 bikes, 3 hours. How much money you need to pay? Then why you did say, why saying 100 then here? I have launched 3 EC2 instance. 3 hours I used. So total, how many hours I need to pay? 9 hours, no? Because it is 3 hours, so 3 hours per EC2 instance. Okay, now, so 750 hours is not for one EC2 instance. It is for all EC2s. 750 hours are free for all the, let's say you have launched 10 EC2 instance and you have used for 10 hours. That means how many hours total? 100 hours. So it will be counted in the 750. It is not one EC2 instance is equal to 750 hours, not free, not that like. For all the EC2 instances that you are using, total 750 hours. That is free. 3 hours. Okay. And one more question. Do you need to scare now for the bill? No, because are you guys will be using 750 hours per month, that much? For IAM only, I was shouting, please complete the practicals, Babu, 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 for, and now also you are not doing it. Many people are left with us. So 750 hours definitely will not be using it. So it is, you can go and do all kind of practicals, no issues. And now I launched my EC2 instance and I used for 5 minutes. Amma bill, I terminated. You got scared and got terminated. Like Abba Push type. Huh? No. So I have launched one more EC2 instance I used for 5 minutes and then terminated. Now tell me how many hours AWS will charge for me? When it is in real time, don't forget about free tier. This is a certification question. Okay, I'll say the answer. Answer is 2 hours. But I told you, no, AWS charge every hour. I said every hour. Doesn't matter if you use this for 5 minutes, like you go to internet. 30 minutes you use. Okay, so 30, let's say 30 minutes, how much? In olden day? Now 20 rupees, half an hour, 30. Okay, half an hour, 30 rupees, 20 rupees. So you use it only for 15 minutes. So will you pay 10 rupees for him? Same way here also, they will charge every hour. So whether you are used for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 50 minutes or 59 minutes also, it is 1 hour. So if you use 60 minutes, 1 hour, 1 minute, then 2 hours only. Right? 2 hours only. Now you understand how the AWS will charge for you. But do you need to worry now? Now you need, because we are in the free tier, it is 750 hours are free. No issues with the billing. Okay, ma? Okay. So here I write it. This will be a certification question. So in certification, they don't ask directly like this. They'll put some masala, right? This will be an example. One company got established and there are 2 teams, one DevOps team, one security team. DevOps team launch has one EC2 instance and used only in 30 minutes, and security team got launched an EC2 instance and used for 30 minutes. And at the end of the month, manager will get how much bill, how many hours bill. They will ask this kind of masalas. Okay, directly I'm giving the answer questions. They'll be asking these kind of things. Okay. 750 hours only free for free tier account. Yes, it is only for free tier account, only for fresh account that you have created. And your free account is for how many years? 1 year only. After 1 year, AWS will charge. The 750 hours will not be applicable. Okay. Basically, in your companies, it will be charged because they don't use a free tier. Good. Okay. So as I said, the Pani Puri has different types of customers. AWS also have different types of customers today. So number 1, the first type of customer guy. That's based on that also, AWS came up with different types of pricing models. What is that? Pricing models. I call it as pricing models. Let's talk about pricing models in AWS. How does AWS will charge? So as AWS has so many different types of customers, he came up with different types of models. He came up with the different models. Number 1, we call it as on-demand instances. What is that? On-demand instances. Very important. Okay. On-demand instances. What is this? This is the first model. On-demand meaning whenever the customer is in demand. Now I went to, now I have a requirement that I need to go and launch EC2 instance. Yes, I open the AWS console, I'll go and launch the EC2 instance. I use it for these many days and I kill it. And how many hours that I have used, I'll pay for it. This is on demand. People will come, use it, pay it, go. Okay. I need to set up my application server. I go and set it up. I use for 1 year. After that, project complete, delete, go. And I use for some testing. I go and launch my EC2 instance, use it for maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, do my testing, complete, terminate, finish. You pay for only 5 hours. This is called on-demand model. So do you all agree it is a fixed price? Yes or no? It has a fixed price. So this fixed price is hourly. This fixed price is hourly. So here, do you all agree is pay as you go? Pay for what you have used? Yes. Pay for what you have used. So you need to pay per hour? Yes, pay per hour. And are you giving any commitment to AWS here? No commitment. Will you say that I'll come to you daily? I'll come and launch, I'll be using you only daily? No, no commitment. Are you paying any advance or advance here? Instead of calling advance, call it as upfront. What is that? Upfront you need to call. Are you paying any upfront payment here? No upfront payment. What is that today? No upfront payment. Here it is predictable usage or unpredictable usage. Here it is predictable and unpredictable. Unpredictable. So can I say that no predictable usage? Predictable usage. Okay. I cannot predict. No. What is the meaning of predictable? Predictable meaning, okay, I will be having 4 GB RAM. I'm sure that I'll be using only 4 GB RAM. Based on requirement, I'll increase to 8 GB. I cannot predict it. So if you have this kind of requirements, which model is the best for you? On demand. What is that? On demand. Understood on demand model now? Okay. Now let's go to the second type of customer. Who is that? The discount fellow. Okay. So in AWS, now we have something called reserve instances. What is that? Reserved instances. Oh, so the predictable typo error. So this C should be there. Predict DIC. Okay. So now reserve instances. So reserve instances meaning as a second type of customer. So second type of customer, what is telling? I'll come to you only. I'll be using you only. He'll say, I'll eat here only in Panipuri. So in AWS also, this customer will say that, hey, AWS, I'll come to you only. I'll be using your EC2 instances only. AWS says that I want commitment. What is that? Commitment. So this customer will say that no problem, I'll commit it. So AWS will ask for 1 to 3 years commitment. How much years commitment? 1 to 3 years. So here I'll say, can I say that long-term commitment? Long-term commitment. And what is the commitment period? 1 or 3 years. It's like bond. Yes. And if you commit it for 1 or 3 years, you know what? Let's say, for example, on demand, you are launching one EC2 instance and you're paying, let's say, 20 rupees per hour. Per hour, how much you're paying? 20 rupees for an EC2 instance, for example. In the reserve instances, you will be using the same EC2 instance for how many years? 1 or 3 years you'll be using it. So now customer will say, what is the benefit for me? I'm committing 1 or 3 years. What is the benefit? discount. You know what? AWS, but you need to pay advance here. So upfront payment is there. Upfront payment is there. So it's like, what is that? Down payment. Do you remember? Like down payment. So either you can go full upfront or partial upfront. It's up to you whether you want to go for full upfront or partial upfront. It is 1 and 3. Either you go for 1 year or 3 years, not 2 years. I don't think so. Okay. Now, you know what? AWS will give the discount. No. You know how much percent AWS will give the discount? Guess. 15. 40. Huh? AWS 2%. Vishal is saying 5%. AWS will give you 75% discount. How much? 75% discount. 72, 72, 72, 75. So you can say that approximately 75% discount. I put it here, this approximately 75% discount. So 75 discount on your hourly price. So if you're paying, let's say 10 rupees per hour, how much you need to pay? 2.5 only. So that is the power of reserve instances. You are reserving it. What is that? You are reserving it. You are reserving it. Good. So now you have here mainly 3 types of reserve instances. Number 1, which is called standard reserve, RI. RI meaning standard, RI meaning reserve instances. Standard RI, and then convertible RI, and scheduled RI. We have 3 types of reserve instances based on requirement. You can standard I meaning the standard one, 75% discount wala, that you get it here. Convertible RI meaning, so you can easily change the instance capacity. See here. Let's say now you went and reserve only 4 GB RAM for 1 year. Later you got a requirement. No, this 4 GB RAM was not sufficient. I want to increase 8 GB RAM. So if you have this kind of requirement, go for convertible. What is that? Convertible RI. So to change the capacity of the instance anytime, then you go for it. Reserve instances. Reserve instance meaning if you want to reserve it for short term, like fraction of a day, week, or a month. So if you want to discount more than 60% for convertible schedule and all. Is it clear? Can you give me 2 minutes? Please give me 2 minutes. Okay. Sorry for that. Okay. So is this clear till here, everyone? What is the reserve instances? Yes. Okay. Nice. So reserve instances meaning basically you go and do the long-term commitments. Okay. Yes, you can change it. So guys, reserve instance, Gopinadi, you can do that, but you need to sell these reserve instances if you don't want to be reserved anymore, right? You can do that. But there is a different topic, little bit more advanced, but when I go there, we'll talk on that. So we have standard RI, convertible RI, and then schedule RI. Standard meaning the normal standard where you have get 75% discount. I'll give an example. See how we can use this reserve instance in real time. In real time, let's say Shashi. Let's say Shashi, we have Shashi. Shashi is working in a company. Shashi is working in a company. And I told, as a manager, I told, hey, Shashi, I'm getting so much of bill in EC2. I'm paying more on EC2 service. Can you please go and do some cost optimization? Can you please look into it? So this is a question. So what this guy will do is he'll go and you see there are so many EC2 instances running over there. There are so many EC2 instances running. Now he'll ask the question to me, sir, since how many months you are using these machines? I say that it's more than a year. Okay. And Shashi will ask one more question. Are you planning to use for the next year also? I said, yes, next 2 to 3 years, we'll be using the same. So now they're all you're using on-demand instances. What Shashi can do? He can convert this on-demand to reserve instances. So if you convert all this on-demand to reserve, if you're paying $10,000, so you'll get a huge discount, now 75% discount for all those things. Can the cost will be reduced like anything? Drastically, it will reduce, no? That's how we'll be doing the cost optimization on EC2. So if you're sure that you will be using these machines for longer period of time, go for reserve instances. That's why I said long-term commitment. Good. So next one is spot instances. What is that? Spot. Yes. So next thing is spot instances. Spot. So what is this? Screen is not visible. I didn't do anything. Is my screen visible? Guys, everyone? Okay. Yeah. Chidi, what is spot instances? Spot instances meaning, let's say, I'll give you one more real-time example. You all are using so many EC2 instances. Let's say you are using 20 EC2 instances. All are 8 GB, 32 GB, 64 big machines. If you take, let's say 16 GB machine, will you be using the 16 GB every day, every second? No. So you'll be paying for 16 GB, but will you be using this 16 GB every time? No. Like this, you have so many machines. Like this, how many customers are there? Like this, how many EC2 instances they will be launching it? Like this, how much memory is getting wasted? Correct? So for this, AWS came up with one super strategy, which is called spot. Spot meaning bidding. What's that? You know bidding? Bidding. Bidding, auctioning, IPL, right? So bidding and auctioning. Usually in there, no, in movies also will be there. There will be a nice painting, right? There will be a donkey painting on it, right? So that guy will come and then I'll say that it will be for, so as a person there, I need to fix a price. I need to fix a basic price. What is that? Basic price. I'll tell 5,000 rupees. So what you guys will do? Someone who wants this donkey painting, they'll come and do the auctioning for 10,000 rupees, 15,000, 20,000, 50,000, 1 lakh directly. So 1 lakh. But finally, what will happen? Big hills, talk, talk, talk sound will come. She'll come and then she will take it for 5,000 rupees. One donkey is taking another donkey painting, right? So, so the thing is basically is this. So that is called auctioning and bidding. Similarly, here in AWS also, you can bid it. AWS will say that, hey, okay, now you are saying, I want 100 GB RAM EC2 instance for 2 rupees. Can you bid it? Can you bid it? Yes, bid it. If there is a current price on it, you will get it. AWS has fixed that for 5 rupees. Will you bid it for 4 rupees? Will EC2 instance will come to you? No. Correct? If you bid it for 5 rupees, will that come to you? Like the same person like you, there's so many people started bidding. If they bid it for 5 rupees, 1 paisa also, you will get it. You don't get it. That will go there. Correct? Same thing here also. If you want to get a huge capacity for cheaper price, then go for spot. But this one is, okay, someone is bidding more than you. Will that EC2 instance will be with you? Jump. Correct? So this spot instances will be like a regular instances for you. Will it be with you all the time? These are all temporary. So when do you use for temporary purpose? If you want to do temporary purpose, you get the machine, do fatafat operations, whatever you want, and then leave it. Is it good for standalone machines? No. You understood? So if you want to do some kind of processing, some kind of operations, some kind of computing, some kind of if you have start and end time, then go for spot. If you have databases, will you go for spot? Babre. No. You have application servers, will you go for spot? You want to do some work, temporary work, go for it. You understood? That is called spot. So now, anywhere in interviews, in certification questions, anyone they talk about bidding, it is spot. Bidding, auctioning, AUCT, auctioning, right? And if you want to get huge capacity for cheaper price, then go for it. You know how much discount you get if you go for spot? Almost 90% discount. How much? 90% discount. Understood, ma? Spot. When we go a little bit deeper, I'll talk more on it. Just remind me. Actually, guys, see, this spot, we don't need to go deeper on it because it's just a pricing model. We have so many things to learn. But in between, maybe let's say 2-3 days, after 2-3 days, if you remind me one day before, I'll go deep on this spot if required. Okay. There will be a time also. There will be a maximum. You can set, that's what I said. What I'll do is for now, what you have to understand on the spot instances, meaning anything related to bidding, auctioning, you go for spot. So guys, please hold on. If you need to more details on spot, I'll take it in separate. Let's say I need 10 minutes to 15 minutes to talk more on that spot. Just hold on it. Okay, now next one here is dedicated host. Next one is what? Next pricing model is dedicated host. Dedicated host. Do you remember host machines in the backend? We'll have AWS will have so many host machines, no? So can I take 2 host machines, for example? Okay. What does a host machine here? You have a hardware, hypervisor. Remember? Hardware and hypervisor. So can I call this as host machine? This is one host machine. This is one host machine. And here I have, this one is hardware. On top of it, you have hypervisor. Do we need to worry on this, all these things? Hypervisor, no. Okay. Now I'll tell you the difference here. Now I have Damu. Damu is here. So Damu is here and Sharif. They both are there. Okay. They both are sitting next to you. They both are different customers. So Damu went and launched the EC2 instance. That meaning it will go and sit on this host machine. The EC2 instance will go and create it on this host machine. Yes or no? Yes, it will go and create on this host machine. Good. This is EC2. Now, Sharif has also launched an EC2 instance from his account, different account. Can you tell me this will also going on sitting on the same machine? Yes. Guys, this will also go on and sitting on the same host machine. Because do you need, okay, now tell me these two EC2 instances will talk to each other? No, because there are two different customers. So, but in the backend AWS, you both guys are sitting in the same machine. But can you talk to each other? No. Do we need to worry about how that guys are maintaining it? No need. So backend on the one host machine, you will have multiple EC2 instances from different customers in the backend. Okay. Now can I tell this? Now tenancy is shared or dedicated here? Tenancy. Tenancy is shared. What is it? Tenancy is shared. Model, tenancy meaning model. Model is shared model or not? Shared model. You guys are sharing it. Okay. Now I have another customer here, Shashi. I have another customer, Shashi. Shashi, what he want is, he don't want the EC2 instance to be shared in the host machine. He want to have a dedicated host. He want to have a dedicated host. Correct? So he don't want to share it. So he'll go and launch an EC2 instance and he can go and have it in a dedicated. Can anyone go and launch EC2 instance here? No. So this is only for him dedicated. So tenancy is dedicated or shared here? Dedicated. So if you need to have a dedicated host machine like this, it is mostly like you are getting a physical machine only, no? Yes. If you need a physical machine with VMs, go for this model. Understood what is dedicated host? Nice. Is it clear till here, everyone? Pricing models? Nice. Okay. Dedicated, simple example, shared and dedicated. In Amirpent, if you guys are staying in rooms, so room is dedicated or shared room? How many are there per room? 5 members. Okay. So for 5 members, it is a shared one, correct? It's a shared one. So if you want to have a dedicated flat separately, it's a single one. Which one is costlier? Dedicated one is costlier, no? If you want to secure, you don't want to allow anyone inside, you want to be alone, dedicated, go for it, but you need to pay more. Of course, it costs a lot. And latestly, AWS came up with another model, which is called savings plan. What is that? This is the latest model that AWS came up with. This savings plan. I'll talk more on this savings plans. Remind me, spot and savings plans. I'll talk on this later when time comes. So guys, but it is same as reserve instances, but it has different strategy. It has a different strategy. Savings plans also have that, but in order to understand more on savings plans, you need to know a little bit more on next topics. So When time comes, I'll talk on savings plan and spot. But you all understood till now here? Different models, when to choose what? Okay, ma? Excellent. Okay, so now, very important thing, we have it here, which is called EC2 families or instance type. Very important. Or that EC2 families or instance type. Okay, now, see here. Now, customer, let's say you came to AWS to launch an EC2 instance. You will have some mindset, no, what type of machine that you need? Yes or no? You want 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, 16 GB RAM, or you want more storage, more hard disk, or you want more CPUs, or you want more memory, correct? So based on your requirement, so customer has different kind of requirements. Based on that, AWS came up with families. What is that? Families. Let's say you want to launch one EC2 instance and deploy one application. If your application need more memory, go to EC2 family, which has memory types, which has memory members. Yes or no? Right? So it's like some set of people has more bodybuilding. Another set of people has nice, they're smart people, right? Another set of people, they're fat people. So if you need fat person, go for that category. If you need smart people, go for that category. And you can choose the persons inside it, correct? Similarly, here also the same thing. You have different types of families. What are those families? I call it as general instances. General instances meaning for each and every requirement, this will be suitable for you. This family is suitable. For every type of requirement, this family is suitable. So for all general purpose, go for this. For all general purpose, go for this. And then you have memory instances. Memory instances meaning, Chitty, if you need more memory, for your application, go for this. So this family has different types of memory machines. Go for this. And let's say you have CPU instances. CPU instances. If you need more CPUs, if your application need more CPUs, go for this. And you have storage instances. If you need more storage, go for this. And there are so many, but I'm putting few. And next one, you have GPU instances. GPU instances meaning for heavy machines. For heavy machines. Yeah, for graphics, etc. Then go for GPU. So based on a requirement, you can choose those GT. For heavy machines, for graphics, you have those kinds. Obviously, no. If you want a laptop, normal 8 GB RAM is fine. But if you want a laptop to play the games, so you need to have a different laptop. Processing should be more, right? Same way. Here also you have different machines. So what is this instance type? We have instance type. Chitty, how many steps are there to launch an EC2 instance? 7 steps. In first, one of the steps is you need to select the instance type. Instance type will come with the combination of CPU and memory. What is it? CPU and memory. Instance type will come based on. Okay, now tell me, Chitty, will you go and install operating system? No. So what you need to is, it's all about choosing, correct? What you want, you choose it here in AWS. So here you have different types of instance type where you need to choose it. You need small one machine, which has only 0.5 GB RAM. Choose it. You need a little bit bigger, 1 GB RAM, choose it. Instance type. Instance is here nothing but server. What is the type of the server? 1 GB RAM, 2 GB RAM. Next machine. Next 4 GB RAM. Next 8 GB RAM. So there should be some name to it. No, the names will be like this. The names will be T2 Nano. T2 Nano has only 0.5 GB RAM. Plus, let's say one virtual CPU, one CPU. There is one, this is one type. Okay. And T2 Micro, which has only 1 GB RAM and let's say 2 CPU. Right. Next, after Micro, Small, which has 2 GB RAM, 2 CPUs. After Small, Medium. Medium has 4 GB RAM. Let's say some 2 CPU. I'm giving examples. Next, after medium, large, which has 8 GB RAM and let's say 4 CPUs. After large, after large, X large, simple. It has 16 GB RAM and 8 CPU. Like this, AWS has so many types today. AWS has so many types. You need to select based on your requirement. Let's say you need to have 4 GB RAM. Which one you need to select? Medium. Here we have T2, T2, not only T2, you have T1, T2, T3, T4, M1, R2. So many different types are there. So based on the requirement, you need to choose it. But here in our course, we are under free tier. In our course, if you want your machines to be free, which one you need to use? T2 Micro you need to use. What is that? T2 Micro. T2 Micro is a free tier machine. T2 Micro is a free tier instance type. So guys, this is very important. I'm telling you, if you are going and launching the EC2 instance, you need to launch which machine? T2 Micro only. If you pusuk launch T2 Small, what will happen? You will get a bill, especially for sugar patients. So if you want to get the bill, go for other than T2 Micro, but don't go for it. Go with only T2 Micro. Okay, guys, now, what is scalability? What is scalability? Scale up and scale down. Scale up and scale down. Remember, how do you achieve elasticity in AWS using? Auto scaling. How do you achieve elasticity in AWS? Using auto scaling. But did I told you that how do we achieve scalability in AWS? We haven't learned. But here is the topic now. How do you achieve the scalability in the AWS? By what is scalability? You are increasing the capacity of the server, correct? If you want to increase the capacity of the server, that meaning you are changing the instance type. What is scalability? How do you achieve scalability in AWS? By changing the instance type. From T2 Micro to small, small to mediums, medium to large, X large, 4X large, 8X large. You have so many machines are there. So if you want to scale up, change the instance type. You have launched one EC2 instance with 2 GB RAM. Can you do the scalability on that? Can you scale up that machine? Yes. How? How you do the scalability? You have an EC2 instance with T2 Micro. I want to scale up that machine. What do you do? Change the instance type from T2 Micro to T2 Small. Increase it. If you don't want, can you decrease it? If you're increasing and decreasing, do we have any data loss? Answer is no. Where is your data is saved? Who told? Who told Chitti? S3. In your EC2 instance, where is your data is stored? అరే ఏంట్రా ఇది? In EC2, we have learned this topic, no, in our basics. In EC2, where is the data is getting saved? Volumes. EBS volumes, macha. Remember, EBS volumes. EC2 instance C drive is nothing but EBS volume only. No? What is that volume called? C drive. Root volume. D drive is called additional volume. Where are all your data is saved? In the volumes only, no? So this EC2 instance type, I'm talking about the capacity, but all your data is getting saved in volumes. Can you detach the volumes? Attach the volumes? Is there any relation between the EC2 machine type? No, machine type is different, volumes are different. We are just assembling it. So if I increase and decrease the scalabilities, if I change the instance type, data will be lost. No, because the data is saved in volumes, no? So this is a certification question. So scalability can be achieved by changing the instance type, first of all. This is number one. And anytime can you do the scale up? Anytime you can do the scale up. Anytime you can do the scale down? Yes, you can do it. Any data loss? No data loss. Scale down, any data loss? Because data is saved in stored in volumes. Okay. Okay, now can you change the instance type while EC2 is running? What you need to do? Stop. That is also certification question. If you need to stop. You need to stop the EC2 instance to change the instance type. Of course, Madhav, correct. So if you need to, that meaning, do we need to have downtime for this? Yes or no? If you are stopping the machine, meaning what is that meaning? Downtime only, no? I'm accessing your machine. You are stopped the EC2 instance. That service is available to me. What is that called? Downtime. So if you want to change the instance type, you need to have a downtime. Yes. You need to have a downtime to change the instance type. But if you set up, guys, if you set up high availability, do you need downtime? Not required. It purely depends, right? If you have HA, no need to have downtime. To change the instance type, data is not lost because data is stored in EBS volumes. Is it clear, ma? Till here? Slowly, simple, smooth as butter. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, guys, in EC2 service, everything is free. No, remember, even though we are in free tier, not everything is free. There are few features which are billable. But those are billable. That meaning that we should not learn. We should learn, right? Even though those are billable, we should learn, but we don't do that. It's just a matter of click, right? But we should learn the topic, correct? Like that, there is a topic called burstable performance instances. What is that? Burstable performance instances. Oh. Burstable performance instances or burstable, whichever you are comfortable with. Burstable or burstable. Okay, burstable performance instances. And this is billable? Yes. Like this, I'll clearly say which is bill, which is not bill. Huh? So based on that, we'll do the practicals. Okay, I'll give one example. See, real-time example, guys. Let's say I have launched an EC2 instance. Huh? This EC2 instance is T2 micro. T2 micro only. Is T2 micro meaning how much RAM that you have? 1 GB RAM. How much? Only one CPU you will get. Okay. So now you have some application inside this machine. Guys, you're getting a lots of traffic to this EC2 instance. If you get a lots of traffic to this EC2 instance, that doesn't matter. 2 CPUs or 1 2 CPUs take. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm just giving an example. Take 2 if at all. 2 CPUs. Okay, so now if you get a huge traffic, these 2 CPUs are sufficient? No. What is in general what we do? If you get a huge traffic and the machines are not supporting, what you do? We do the elasticity, correct? Auto scaling. Number of machines will get increased. But in the runtime, here you have only one machine. There is no chance of increasing the number of machines. There is only one machine. In that case, what you do? Scalability can. But you need to stop the machine, no? For that scalability. There will be a downtime, but I don't want a downtime also. So in that case, so AWS will give something called CPU credits. What is that, Chitty? CPU credits. That meaning AWS will give you some CPU as a credits in the runtime. These 2 CPUs are sufficient? No. But AWS will give you, let's say, for example, I'm giving example. For example, 6. For example, 6 CPU credits. So total, how many CPUs that you got here? 8. 8 CPUs will be sufficient to handle a load. At that time only it is sufficient. But this CPUs also will get exhausted. 8 machines. If you get more and more load, yes. So once it is exhausted, again AWS will give you in runtime in the backend. It will give the CPU as a credits. Do you need to worry about how they are giving the CPUs? No need. It's just a matter of checkbox, or it's just a matter of enable disable concept. You want this topic, you want this feature or not, enable it, or otherwise disable it. But if you enable it, what will happen? You will get the CPU credits. So can I say that EC2 instance will enter into the burstable mode, and it gives high performance for limited period of time only. Got this? This is called CPU credits. This is billable, guys. This is billable, but we don't touch it. But and CPU credits depend upon the type of instances. Now, CPU credits depend how many CPUs that you get it. That is depend upon the instance type that you have selected. If you have selected T2 micro, you will get 6. If you selected T2 small, you get maybe many. I don't remember. Not required even to remember how many you get it. But it is depend upon the instance type. Is it clear, guys? Only T2 and T3 types support burstable instances. So which family supports burstable instances? T2 and T3. Is it clear, everyone, till here? Huh? Any questions, ma, till here? Simple. What did we learn today? What is the purpose? Do you see, did you, Shashank, did you read this? Yeah. What did we discuss today, guys? Pricing models. So what are the pricing models that we have learned? On demand, reserve instances, spot, dedicated host, and savings plan. So now you tell me in our course, which pricing model that we should use? On demand only. Excellent. What is that? On demand. So we will go and launch an EC2 instance. We'll go and do the practice and then we'll delete it. Are we committing any there? No. So we'll be using this on demand. Very good. And then we discuss about the instance type. Which is the instance type that we should be using in our course? T2 micro. T2 micro. So do we need to have any down? So can you change the instance type on the runtime? No, you need to stop the machine. If you change the instance type, the data is lost? No, because data is stored in volumes. So if at all you want to give a good performance for a single machine, you don't want to do the scalability, you don't want to do the elasticity. So which concept that you need to choose? Burstable performance. Is it free? It's not free. Yes, good one. Take the screenshots. Yes, we'll share. The PPTs are there in the group classroom, Google Classroom. I'll share the material for IAM. We are done with IAM, no? I'll share the IAM material. EC2, I'll share it after completing this. But have you gone through the material? Huh? No need much. But this is just for your, yeah. If you go also, my paints, as I said, my paints will speak more than my material. Old ones are there already in Krishna in that Google Classroom. What is a real world example of burstable? That's what I said, Shushan. Let's say, for example, you have only one application server. You have only one application server. And that application server is not in auto scaling. And you're using only 2 GB RAM. At night, you got a huge load on it. If you have only 2 GB RAM, that server will get hang. That server will hang, correct? So if you don't want to get hang, you need to go, if you want to give a good performance, what you want to do? Increase the number of servers or increase the capacity of the server. You don't want to do both. And in the runtime, you want to give good performance. Which one you need to enable? Burstable. Sorry to interrupt. Rating roles and policies by default, there are 2 roles. Guys, there is a question. So you can see so many roles created automatically in the IAM. Will that be charged? IAM is completely free. Don't worry. Number of roles also is there. No issues. If you create a stop instance for 5 minutes, it will count to 1 hour or 5 hours in free. Oh, there is question. Sir, if we create and stop instance for 5 minutes, will it count as 1 hour out of 750 hours? Answer is yes. Out of the 750 hours only, it will get counted. Subha, can you give the final CC for today? Yes. What about more than hour? How many hours that you have used, you need to pay for that hour. Let's say you have used 1 hour, 15 minutes. How many hours you need to pay? Simple, 2 hours. Yes. Is there any need to learn Linux? Linux, guys, I'm telling you, please Linux, there is a separate classes are happening on the Linux. If you want to learn Linux separately, please learn. But I'm telling you, Linux will also be useful in your career, because if you have any applications to be hosted on Linux machines, if you don't know Linux, what will you do? So applications will be deployed only on Windows machines. Linux machines also, no. And you know one thing, which is cheaper, Windows or Linux? Linux is cheaper. There might be chances that people will go with the Linux machines only to save the cost. Can you install Tomcat on Linux? Yes. Can you install Java? Yes. And you can go and install in Linux. So what if you have company that is your applications are running on Linux? In that case, you need to have Linux knowledge also. I would say it's good to learn. But for my course, I'm not running any separate Linux class. There will be only one script that I'll be using it. That script I'll explain, but I'll not be taking Linux classes. Remember, that is from another trainer. Okay. Please check with them only, admins. Okay. Super. That is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day and good night.